Breezy 101, that's KC and the Sunshine Band with Boogie Shoes. It's 7:17, and my next guest, she knows a little something about shoes.
I do.
And she wrote a book about them. She knows so much about shoes. It's Toni Tyler. Some of you may remember her from growing up here back in what they call back in the day. That's what we'll say, back in the day. I don't know dates about when exactly you grew up here. I don't want to get myself in trouble or anything. But we thank you for being on with us this morning. You have written a book, and you're here to tell us all about it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be back in my hometown and to bring Annie M. and her story to everybody out here in Kosciusko. The story began here, so it's just perfect that we bring her back here. We're going to have a great, fun-filled day bringing Annie M. The story's based upon a true story about my mom and her love of shoes. She actually saw one of her classmates wearing a pair of red patent leather Mary Janes when she was in first grade, and she wanted those shoes, and that sparked a lifelong journey for those shoes, and we are just excited to bring this story to life.
So before we get to the book a little bit more, tell us about your time here in Kosciusko and kind of when you grew up here and things like that.
Okay, well, a lot of people don't know I was born on Cape Cod because my dad was in the Air Force, but I arrived in Kosciusko when I was 7 months old. I spent my whole life here. I graduated from KHS with your mom, actually, in 1977.
You said that, not me. I wasn't going to date anyone, but you said it. Okay, so there you go.
Yes, in 1977, and then, I married. I was actually here till I was 36, and I moved with my family to Franklin, Tennessee, and that's where I reside now. And live near my daughters Ashley and Annie and my granddaughters Abby and Olive.
You've been working on your book, and it just got published in May. So tell us all about Annie M.
Okay, well, so Annie M. Even though my mom's name is Peggy, but Annie M's kind of a classic, timeless name. So we decided, obviously, I have a daughter named Annie, that we would name it Annie M's Red Shoes. And again, the book is actually the story is 73 years old.
73 years old.
Yes.
73, so just now getting written, though.
Yes, 73 years old. I've had the story about 23 years. I wrote it as a play originally for our family at Christmas, and then turned it into a book, and it sat in a drawer for 23 years, and then I just decided it's time for her to come out and meet the world.
We're speaking with Toni Tyler. Her book, Annie M's Red Shoes, and she's going to be here in town today doing a book signing. But tell us about the process of getting it written and getting it published and getting it illustrated and things like that.
And all that sort of thing. Well, my publisher, I'm fortunate that my publisher is from Franklin, Tennessee. I met him through a friend of mine who held this Writing with Conference. She had a conference, it's Writing with Purpose conference, and so I was connected with him, and I wrote a note, and this is a message I'd like to get out there to everybody. I wrote a note on a little notepad and put it near my computer so I could see it every day when I work. I own my own company, and I'm working very hard in the real estate industry. But I would see it and just said, Annie M's Red Shoes, just do it. And I posted that in January of 2017. By July, I was starting the rewrite. My sister Shelley Pinkert helped me with that. By September, we had an illustrator chosen. By February, she was going to press, and she was released May 1st.
May 1st. So tell us about the personality of Annie M.
Oh, she's fun and whimsical and mischievous, always into something, just so full of life and so full of energy. And but she loves shoes. She loves shoes more than anything. So she has tons of shoes.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will talk a little bit more, and you'll tell us a little bit more about what you're going to be doing in Kosciusko today. So that's coming up right after this. Kings and queens in our own mind. Breezy 101, that's Matt Kearney. His song is Kings and Queens. And my guest this morning, Toni Tyler, you know a little bit about, just a little bit about Matt, don't you? Don't you?
Finding that he's my son-in-law, yes. Exactly. Thank you for sharing that song.
Exactly. It's a good song. A lot of people request Matt every now and then here on Breezy 101. And so you tell me he's about to go on tour.
Oh, he is about to go on tour. He's going to, I think his first date is September 11th. He's doing a fall tour for about a month. And the closest place to Kosciusko will be in Memphis, September 12th, I believe. But yeah, we have a lot of fun with Matt. He married my youngest daughter, Annie, and they have a little Olive, and so it's a lot of fun for our family with his music.
Toni Tyler, Kosciusko native, she's here this week. She's not talking about Matt, though. She's talking about Annie M. and her and her red shoes. So tell us what you're going to be doing today.
Okay, so we have a busy day starting out with being
radio.
here on the radio. Excited
early.
about that. And then at 1 p.m., I'm going to be reading to the Kosciusko Middle Elementary. And then I will be at the Italo County Library from 3 to 5 for a Meet the Author / book signing event. I will be sharing a little bit of the story at the book signing, so we want to invite everybody to come out this afternoon.
And can they buy books when
They
get
can
there?
buy books. Yes,
Okay.
they can. We will have books for sale, and I will personally sign them to anybody you would like them signed to. A lot of people are having them signed to their children and their grandchildren, but the book is actually for readers of all ages.
Yeah, so tell me about that. That's one thing we were talking about off the air here. You know, people say it's a kid's book, but you say adults are kind of getting some stuff out of it too.
Well, yes, absolutely. It's it's probably readers between 5 and 12 if you want to put it in a reading category. But it's actually written for readers of all ages because, I'm also finding there's shoe lovers of all ages. But the book, one of my goals was I wrote it for the adults. I wrote it for the adults, reading it to their children to inspire them to never give up on their dreams.
This is a fun thing that you told me about, the story about your mom wanting someone, you saw the shoes and wanted them. The person who had those shoes is going to be there today too, right?
Yes, we are so excited. I'm so excited to meet Ricky. There's Ricky Thornton Tucker. She was in Mom's class. She wore the shoes that day that Mom saw those shoes, and so this fun thing's happening. I mean, they're actually going to have a little bit of a mini class reunion lunch today. Some of the classmates are coming, and so we're having a lot of fun. But I'm excited to meet her.
Bringing people together with the book, yeah, that's fun. So, one final thing before we go: what's something that's you're enjoying, or maybe something that surprised you from the whole book writing process and this whole getting it put together and something like that?
Well, it's fun to have the illustrator from London, but the results of the book was an element of surprise for me. Was I wrote this book? It was my mom's story. I wrote it for our family, actually, but it's bringing so much joy to everybody that's reading it. It's inspiring so many people, and we are already in the 3 months it's been out receiving so many stories from the adults reading, how it inspired them, how much they're loving the book, enjoying the book. So the joy that it's bringing to others is the element of surprise that I'm having so much fun with.
Toni Tyler, a Kosciusko graduate, here today for Annie M's Red Shoes. She's going to be reading to staff and students at Middle Elementary, and then you can catch her 3 o'clock at the Italo County Library. You can buy a copy of the book. You can get it signed by the author, and we like to end things with a tease. You tell me there may be some future with NEM, and
yes.
we can't. Maybe we won't say what it is, but unless you want to. But there could be something else coming in the future.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what we like to tease in radio.
Okay.
So if you want,
I'll keep the secret.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and buy the book, because if the book's signed by the author, there could be more things coming.
Yes.
It could be nice. But we appreciate you for being on, and we look forward to seeing you throughout the community today.
Thank you.